Well, ahoy there, cruisers. Back on another adventure. This time we're boarding Utopia of the Seas and we're heading there right now, wasting no time. But like the title said, one big problem with this cruise ship that lots of people have been complaining about. So let's see if it's true. Get on board. And no, we're not on the inaugural cruise this time. We've wanted to give it a few months to see how the ship is after she's settled in, because many times a ship comes with lots of different problems. So hopefully we'll get a more realistic cruise of what it's actually like after the inaugural season. We've got about an hour to go from Orlando to Port Canaveral, where we're going to check in, drop off our bags, park the car and get on board this absolute mega ship. Really excited for this one. Super easy drive, all one road, all of the way from Orlando. The weather's very strange. It's lovely and warm, but it keeps dropping down to almost zero visibility with the mist and fog. Very well signposted coming into Port Canaveral as well, saying exactly which ports the ships are in, so which docks. So we're just pulling in now. Yeah, we're going to park up the car, then check in. I'm very excited, guys. I love going on brand new cruise ships. It is always such a treat. So yay, here we go. I can actually see the top of our ship now. Let's do this.
So we are all checked in and ready to board the ships. So we parked the car here. It was $90 to park at the port, which is for 4 nights. And then we went to come and check in. Now there's a big long line outside after dropping the bags to actually get into the cruise terminal. And then once inside, there was another big long line for security. Went through security, upstairs, went to check-in. Was a lot quieter at check-in and no waiting as well. So once we were checked in, we'd done everything online beforehand, so it was very, very quick and easy, and then we're straight on the ship right now. Let's do it.
You can also do lots of the muster drill stuff, so things like watching the video and stuff and listening to the ship's emergency horn on the app on your phone. So I did that whilst we were waiting. It was a long queue, and they weren't checking check-in times either, which is another unusual thing. So people who weren't due to check in for at least an hour after us were going before us, which was a bit of a shame. I think that's why it was such a long line. But you know what? It doesn't matter. It's all part of it. It's a big, blooming huge ship, so it's bound to be busy. So let's get on board. I'm excited. Yes.
I always get so excited when we're boarding a brand new cruise ship. You really can't beat the feeling because it's all new and exciting. I've not looked too much into what's on board as well, so it's all going to be new and fresh for us, so you're going to experience everything with us. I will say though, we have bumped into a few people while here in Florida who have been on this ship and they really enjoyed it, so I'm very excited. And we're finally on board the ship, and it's got a real buzzing atmosphere about it. Now, what's the biggest complaint about this ship? Well, it's that you just do not get enough time on board. There's so much to see and do, so we're going to spend the next 4 nights on board to see if that is true. Ooh, I spot a new bar.
Wow, I am so excited to be on board as well. And I can see lots of different changes, which we're going to go through later on. Now, like David said, she's called the Weekender ship. So this is a big ship just to do 3 and 4 night cruises. So we're going to spend our time on board and see if we can fit everything in. But she just looks so vibrant and colourful. This looks like it might be my type of ship. Can't wait to look around.
Okay, so we've come out to the boardwalk now. We've got away a little bit from the craziness of that entrance in the promenade, because that was pretty intense, and it's all a little bit calmer out here and a little bit more familiar to what we're used to. It was quite overwhelming when we first got on board. It was kind of like, what's going on? Where do we look? Everyone's sort of like looking a bit dazzled in their eyes. But we came out to the boardwalk. It looks very familiar, like I said. It's got your usual things. You've got the playmakers, you've got your included hot dogs, you've got your sweetie shop, and you've got the aquatheatre down at the bottom as well. So this is very similar to all the other ships. And of course, the famous carousel right in the middle. I don't know if you can hear the bell going. And yeah, still pretty amazing to think that this is on a cruise ship, because it doesn't feel like a ship, this one. This one feels like a mega resort.
That's it. The safety stuff is taken care of. Basically, all we had to do was watch that video. You can hear people screaming on the ultimate abyss. Now, this slide is like 10 stories high. It almost looks like it's got a false end where it makes it look like you're going to fall off the end. Let's go get some lunch, shall we? Because I'm very, very hungry. And then we're going to show you around and show you some of the brand new parts of this ship, and then talk about that big problem that lots of people are having.
This ship is so colourful. I'm actually loving it. It's a little bit of Ben and David on this ship. Colourful floors, colourful walls. Definitely feels like a lot more fun than the other types of ship. So we've come into the Park Cafe, and this is a world away from what is the craziness outside. We've come in here, and it's very lovely. It's really nice and quiet. Music's still very loud, but what else can you do about it? I really like the decor in here. It feels a little bit more updated, a little bit fresher. And like I said, really quiet in here. They have a really good offering. So they have salads where you can make your own salad, sandwiches, so like grab and go cold sandwiches. They have some hot sandwiches that are available. They also have soups, and then like a couple of grab and go things as well. So for example, fruit pots. You can even get crisps or potato chips. Nice to see them back on the menu as well. So this is a really good option if you're in a hurry, or if you just want to get away from the craziness that is going on outside. I got myself a little hot rotisserie chicken sandwich, and they heated it up for me as well. It looks really good. That chicken sandwich is absolutely really good, guys. Super delicious. Really flavourful, just a really good hot sandwich option.
One thing we found on Royal Caribbean ships is that on their newer ships, the food tends to be much, much better. We're seeing the best selections. We've seen those potato chips being charged on older ships before, so they're complimentary on here. It just seems like the food's a lot better. I went for a big old salad. I got egg, lovely ranch sauce, tomatoes, lots of healthy stuff. So you can still eat healthy on a ship, guys, if you want to. And you know what? It's really, really tasty. Lovely crunchy croutons, and it just feels so relaxed in here. It's so nice, away from the craziness. We've even got a view of the park outside. Who would have thought a park on a cruise ship, eh? But it is really lovely. It's a really, really nice space. Now, like David said, loving the modern decor. It feels very different to some of the other Oasis class ships. Very lovely indeed. Yeah, a nice, pleasant first meal, I would say.
So Ben just asked me to get some fruit. So I went to get him some fruit, but he's a bit furious with me because he wanted the fruit tart.
That is not a fruit tart, David.
I'm sure you just said fruit because you just had a salad. I thought you were on a health kick. So I'll just get you some fruit. I'm just going to have to go back and get him the fruit tart now.
Well, there's going to be a man overboard otherwise. It's all forgiven. It's all forgiven. He went and got me a fruit tart, guys. It looks really delicious. Oh, actually, do you know, I was going to try and do that with my fingers, but it's not a good idea because it's going to drop apart. Let's have a little try. I do like to eat my food manually, but not this time. And have a nice little slice of heaven. Well, roll me like dough and call me the Michelin Man, because he looks like he's ate a lot of pies in his time. And a lot of tarts. That is delicious. Lovely custard, lovely tart, lovely fruit, a little bit tangy. Also, obviously got some biscuits, as us Brits like to call them, or cookies, as our North Americans do. These are divine. They are the oat cookies, and they are bloomin' delicious. I need to stay off these if I don't want to put on about 10 pounds on this cruise. But yeah, pretty good food. Very impressed. Big thumbs up from me. Even the fruit's good.
So for my dessert, as well as one of those cookies which are sent from the gods, I also had the pineapple upside down cake, which is pretty mid. Anyway, we came across to Azumi in the park, which is in a new location on the Central Park, where it's usually like in the promenade, or actually on this ship it's usually in a different location downstairs, isn't it? Much nicer on Central Park because you've got a nice view onto the park, and it also looks bigger in here as well. Noticing all the slight differences as we're walking around the ship. It feels the same, but at the same time slightly different.
Yeah, it's like Icon of the Seas. Icon of the Seas is on Central Park as well. Plus you've got a little pickup window. How fancy is that? So if you want to eat on the park, you can do.
That's really cool.
Booked all of the big shows, so the show in the Aqua Theatre where you get all of those acrobatics and things, the ice skating show, yes, it's got an ice skating rink with an ice show on board, as well as the main theatre shows. And we struggled, guys. Our boarding time was 12:30 and barely anything was left, so we had to book some really ultra late shows. So trust me, do that as soon as you get on board. Oh, you know that moment on a sea day, relaxing on a sun lounger, watching the world go by. Well, I'm not on a cruise, I'm at home, but this game makes me feel like I am. Total relaxation. That's why this video is sponsored by Angry Birds Dream Blast, a fun, casual mobile game that challenges your puzzle skills. And honestly, it's become my favourite way to unwind lately. Oh, a few levels of this and I'm right back on deck 12. I've been playing it loads. It's simple, instantly fun. You just pop groups of bubbles, create Angry Bird boosters, and work your way down to the end of the level. You'll get the hang of it straight away, and before you know it, you're completely zoned out because of how naturally the gameplay feels. There are thousands of levels and it never gets boring thanks to the themed events. Like this Easter one going on now. Just look at those cuties painting eggs. In game, you don't have to watch ads if you don't want to. Just uninterrupted gameplay that helps you unwind. So if you're feeling like you need a little bit of me time, do yourself a favour. Download Angry Birds Dream Blast now. You can find our unique link in the description or scan the QR code and get your 200 coins to spend in the game. And talking about reservations as well, one of the brand new specialty restaurants on board, and it's quite a unique thing, is the Utopia station. So you get to eat on a train. Now this was completely sold out, even when we booked our cruise about 6 months ago. So this sells sells out very, very quickly. It looks really awesome in there as well, guys. It's a virtual train experience. Even the seats and things vibrate. Now, we have put our names down at the wait list, and luckily we got there early enough that we're number 1 on the wait list. So fingers crossed we get to eat there. But if not, it is a really cool experience. We'll pop the price at the bottom because I didn't actually know how much it was because it's not showing it because it's all sold out. But yeah, because these ships are so huge and gigantic, things sell out very, very, very quickly. This sort of ship, if you're not into a lot of people, a lot of good times, a lot of entertainment, a lot of kids, this one's definitely not for you. But if you want to have an adventurous, good, fun time, definitely for you. So let's continue our little tour and see what's new. Oh, but first of all, they have the touch elevator screens as well on this, like some of the newer ships, which are so much better. So you touch what floor you want to go to and it takes you there automatically. How cool is that? It tells you what elevator to go to. I do like stuff like that. So whilst we're down here by the dining rooms, we're on my time dining. Now, this is the flexible type dining here on Royal Caribbean. They've also got the traditional type dining where you eat at a specified time, like maybe 5:30 or 8 p.m. Now, we want the flexible type, but we still recommend making reservations. You can just turn up, but you'll be popped into a different line where you've got to wait. But if you make a reservation, you get in much quicker. So we're going to make a reservation for each night just to make things a little bit smoother. Always recommended as soon as you get on board.
Holy guacamole. You just forget sometimes how big these ships are. They are blooming monsters. Like I said earlier, sometimes it's not like a ship, this type of ship. It's more like a resort that floats because they are huge and very, very busy as well. Lots and lots of people on these ships. So if you're looking for a quiet experience, this is not the cruise ship for you. Yeah, while we're talking about this brand new ship, let's give you a few fun facts about just how ridiculously big it is. So she's actually the first LNG powered Oasis class ship. That means that she's got the liquefied natural gas propellant, which is slightly better for the environment. Not perfect, but it is slightly better. She carries a whopping almost 6,000 guests in almost 3,000 cabins and has 2,200 international crew. She has 18 decks and she's bloomin' huge. She was built in France and she has over 20 restaurants and just bundles of bars and loads of stuff. Like David said, she is a massive floating city. So let's continue our journey around the ship. It might take a while just to show you some of the new little bits. Don't worry, there's a full ship tour on our channel as well, which you can go check out. It's in our playlist below or on our channel, and it'll go deck by deck, showing you absolutely everything in beautiful 4K footage, and it's nice and smooth and lovely, and we'll give you loads of tips on that video as well. So make sure you check that out. People always ask us, why do we cruise on Royal Caribbean so much? Because we do a lot of Royal Caribbean cruises, and I know we've complained about the food a lot, but the thing that we enjoy the most is the entertainment. That's why we keep coming back, because with these bigger ships, you do get bigger productions and bigger shows, and we just love them so much. It is the thing that draws us to cruises. Everybody has their thing. Some people it's the casinos, some people it's the bars, but for us it really is the entertainment, and Royal do it really, really well. So on this cruise there isn't a Broadway or West End musical, boo, because you know how much that we love them, and we always think that they do them really well on Royal Caribbean, but there is 3 production shows which we are very much looking forward to seeing. So next up, we visited the Pesky Parrot. I honestly think this might be my favourite location on board, and it's not on board any other Royal Caribbean ship yet. It's a really cool Tiki style bar. It's just themed so nice, and I just really, really enjoyed spending time in here. There's lots of really cool cocktails and drinks to drink as well as a talking parrot. But just all of the theming in here is really, really cool. I can see myself spending a lot of time here. Love it. So we always try to take the stairs where possible, and on a ship like this, it's like climbing a blooming skyscraper, 18 decks, so it is a lot. We've already done 26 stories in our app, and we've already done 7,000 steps. And we've only walked on the ship, so you can really get your steps in, so you can have extra food. Now, we're on deck 12. Slightly out of breath, and something very different. So it's not something that's completely different, it's just in a brand new location. Giovanni's has kicked Wonderland out and it's moved into its prime spot up here on deck 12. I really like it in here actually. It used to be on the Central Park where Azumi is, so everything's kind of shuffled around a little bit. But I do like the space in here. I have to admit, Wonderland for us, it's a great thing to do, but I think once you've done it once, it's kind of a one and done. and Giovanni's out of the two. So I'm here for the new location. It's big, it's bright. I think the decor in here is really nice. I do like it indeed.
Something also brand new and something that you couldn't do in Wonderland. You can also eat al fresco. Well, kind of. You're just above the boardwalk area and you can eat outside. Now, I can see a slight problem up here. It is very noisy because it sounds like a fun fair downstairs. But look at this, guys. How funny is this? If you're in this cabin, ask the server to pass the pizza over to you. Very strange, but it is nice to see some new things on a cruise ship that are different from all of the others. So I am impressed that they're still changing things up a little bit and putting in different venues in different places and new things that haven't been found on other ships. It's very refreshing. We need to go check out our cabin now, but we're not going to be showing you on this episode because we're going to be showing that on our next episode. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and that like button. And also a big debate, Jamie's Italian or Giovanni's Kitchen. Which one do you like best? Let us know in the comment section below. For us, we like Giovanni's because we think Jamie's Italian is a bit rubbish. Oh, just outside of Giovanni's, they have a look down point. We're only on deck 12, guys, and that's a long way down. But again, really liking all of the artwork, especially on all of the stairways and things. You've got some cool looking art, which is really fantastic. It feels like a ship that's been themed really well because so many ships these days are all very bland and very grey and creams and modern, but it just feels really fun. I really do like it. There's lots of artwork, lots of little things and flowers and little statues and stuff like that, sculptures, and it's just it's a nice experience to be around. It feels very fun, feels very Floridian, and I'm here for it.
I think they've got the balance right though, because it's not quite Costa Cruises.
Yes, it's not gash. You don't get that absolutely horrendous colour scheme thrown at you everywhere. It's still tastefully done, but yeah, I like it.
A wine door.
Vino, David.
Hello? Hello? Hello, wine. Free wine. Hello?
Well, David, it's Royal Caribbean. Nobody said free.
Oh, wait a minute.
It just says vino.
Wait a minute. Oh, it's just a story. I thought there'd be free wine. So we've made our way up to the very top of the ship and had a walk through the outdoor decks. They're exactly the same or very similar to Wonder of the Seas. Very bright, very colourful, but oh my gosh, it's like people soup out there. It is very busy. That's not my kind of jam. This is more my kind of place to chill out. This is the adults only solarium at the very front. We love this one because it's actually enclosed, so it's a proper solarium. Means that in the hot weather or the cold weather, it's always a nice temperature in here. This one is slightly different though, because it's got a pool at the front that overlooks the front of the ship. That's really cool. As well as the pools that overlook the front of the ship, you've also got a couple of hot tubs. There's a bar in here as well, and you can get access to the Solarium Bistro. Yeah, and we really like the Solarium Bistro as well. Another top tip, it's a quieter buffet during breakfast and lunch as well. I think sometimes it turns into sort of a dinner venue for on an evening, but it's a great tip if you want to avoid that busy buffet as well. But yeah, we do like this solarium only area. Number one, no kids, but it does tend to be a little bit quieter, which is really good. And it's absolutely huge in here as well. Anyway, looks like we're starting to sail away. Make sure you do that muster drill, guys, because we have been delayed. The captain keeps coming on the announcement system to say, guys, do your muster drill. We can't leave until you do. So just do it as soon as you get it on board and don't delay the ship. Anyway, let's go have a look at Sail Away, shall we, here from Port Canaveral. Do. Well, let's go. So at the back of the ship, you've got all your favourites. You've got Flow Rider, you've got T-Pain, you've got Pitbull. Just kidding, guys. You've got the Flow Rider, you've got a zip line, you've got your golf course. There's a little kiddie play area as well. There's an outdoor sports court. All very much similar to the Wonder of the Seas, but there is one difference. From a distance. Yeah, there is a few little changes here at the back as well, guys. So basically, there used to be suites all along the back, some of the big suites, the multi-deck suites, but it looks now above the buffet, you've got the suite-only neighbourhood. Now, if you didn't know, the ship is split into different neighbourhoods, like the Boardwalk, Central Park, Royal Promenade, as well as the new suite neighbourhood on the ship. We can't get in there because we're not in a posh cabin. Boo-hoo. But it looks like they've got a hot tub, maybe a plunge pool, and some sunbathing areas now. We knew a lot of people on the older Oasis-class ships complained about the cabins being there, not only because of the smoke from the smokestacks, but because it's very loud. But because this is an LNG ship, it's a lot cleaner, so you don't get that thick
billowing smoke or any soot anywhere around the ship, and it just smells so much nicer.
So the sail away is going on at the moment. I have to say, definitely a party ship, this one. I'm getting carnival vibes from that sail away. It's absolutely wild up there. But we're just watching all the other ships sail out in the shade, because we are shady cruisers. We don't like the sun too much, guys, because we burn. Anyway, we've got Disney in with us. We've got another Royal Caribbean ship, Voyager of the Seas. We just watched the Carnival Glory sail away and the Caribbean Princess. Now, fun fact, Caribbean Princess was the first princess ship we ever went on. We got to have a look around here for the day. There's an old video, you can go and look at that. It's one of our first ever videos. I wonder if their sail away party was just as wild as this one.
So it was soon time for dinner, and we headed to the main dining rooms where it was a taste of the Caribbean evening. And you know what? The food was pretty good. You know, we've moaned about it in the past, but today it was very good indeed. After our dinner, we went to see the Family Feud game show, which was a lot of fun. And now we're going to skip to a little bit later in the cruise so we can give you that answer to whether or not you can fit everything in your cruise, as well as our brutal review. Good morning, everybody. We're in Nassau today. So we've been on board the Utopia of the Seas for 3 nights now, and we only get 4 nights on her. So I think we're qualified enough to tell you exactly what we think of this bad girl, because she's blooming huge. And we're going to answer that question. Do you get long enough on board? Is it really a long enough time to have on this absolute blooming mega ship? She is huge, like we've already said. Let me tell you, we've been surprised with the answer, and we've been surprised with the ship as well. Anyway, we're just pulling into a very famous port here in the Bahamas today, Nassau. So most cruise ships go here on this sort of itinerary because they kind of have to stop here to appease the Bahamian government, and it is always busy. Let me tell you, we've got lots of ships in today. Our neighbour today is the Liberty of the Seas from Royal Caribbean, so one of their older ships, and she's looking quite cool. She's got a really cool looking slide as well. It's like a half pipe. I would absolutely love to do that. If you've done that before, let us know in the comment section before, because that slide looks hella fun. We've also got the Disney Wish, which we've done before. If you haven't seen our ship tour and our series on her, check her out because she's amazing. Then we've got another Carnival ship. So I think there's like 5 or 6 ships in today, so it's always very busy here in Nassau. We're going to have a really fun day on board as well. We're going to take you for lots of food, and then, like we said, give you our brutal, honest opinion of everything on board, from the food to entertainment and much more. As you know, we're always super honest, and we're going to continue that theme. So let's get the day started, shall we?
Well, good morning, guys. I'm sorry if I sound a little bit croaky. I've not had a coffee or anything this morning, so I'm just waking up. But what a beautiful place to wake up. Weather's perfect, nice and sunny. Just came out for a little walk and have a little nosy on what's going on this side of Nassau, because the last time we were here, this was completely different. There's sort of a slip of land on the far side of the port, and I knew that Royal Caribbean was going to be doing something with it, and they definitely are now, because there's a lot of construction going on. It's going to be called the Royal Resort at Paradise Island. It's going to be a private resort just for Royal Caribbean guests, but it's an extra charge. It's going to have private beaches and signature experiences, whatever that means. I think there's going to be a bar, actually. It's going to be called the Nickel and Dime, so I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, shut up, David. But yeah, it came along so much since last time we were here. There weren't even starting, there was no construction last time we were here. Now it's fully underway. Lots of trucks pulling all the land apart. It looks very different to how it did just a few months ago.
Yeah, it's like a slither of land just on the edge of the port. So I am looking forward to seeing what they're going to be doing with it, but it is another extra cost. And it does feel like a lot of cruises now are sort of like closed loop or in the bubble cruises, because they just want to keep you within the Royal Caribbean ecosystem and pockets. So for example, this cruise is Perfect Day, Nassau Perfect Day. I've seen a lot of Disney cruises just do the private islands and back. So yeah, they're really trying to keep you in that bubble of Royal Caribbean, and then it's going to be this royal private slither of land resort next to the other place.
So for breakfast, we've come to the Solarium Bistro. Now, this is a little haven of oasis on such a busy ship. It really is, because this is the adults only solarium. And there's a buffet in the Solarium Bistro, which is connected to the actual solarium at the front. And we've got some lovely outdoor seating here as well, which is really nice. But the buffet here is so much quieter. It's just chill, relaxed. It's not madness, not filled with thousands of children. And the buffet selection here is really good. They've got lots of food, basically everything you'll find in the main buffet, just in a smaller place really. So you've got an egg station where you can get fresh eggs. Well, I'd hope they'd be fresh anyway. You can have omelettes made for you as well. You've got all of your normal breakfast selections, so hash browns, 2 types of sausages as well, bacon, eggs, lots of different ways. You've got lots of bread. You've got nice salmon and bagels as well, which looks really good as well if you're into that sort of stuff. You've even got a fresh carvery ham as well for breakfast as well, which is pretty good. Lots of pastries as well. David's grabbed us some coffee. There's a coffee station, a tea station, and a complimentary juice station in there as well, which is good. So you can get all of your complimentary drinks in there. So if you are towards the front of the ship, your cabin's towards the front of the ship, it's a good place to grab some coffee. But yeah, not a bad selection at all in there. And like I said, it's just pure calm. Right, let's go try this free coffee, shall we? I mean, it literally is dishwater, guys. It is what you get. But you do have a few different options on board. You can pay for a coffee in the Cafe Promenade or Starbucks as well. But remember, Starbucks is not included on any of the drinks packages, but Cafe Promenade is. And the coffee from there is still Starbucks, and it's really good. Anyway, David, you look like you've got some lovely breakfast.
I just got a little hot breakfast item, and then they had these sort of grab-and-go bagels as well, which were all pre-made and ready for you. And they had eggs Florentine and eggs Benedict, all ready to grab and go. So I got a little breakfast item, some eggs, some mushrooms, a little bit of toast. Let's see what this is like. Those mushrooms are really flavourful. They've got a really nice flavour to them. I don't know if it's like garlic or something they've put on them. Very delicious. Eggs, very basic, scrambled eggs. And I've got a hash brown, but I'll let Ben do the hash brown test because that's his thing. But yeah, pretty decent breakfast selection. I'm going to try my bagel. Should I just go in manually with this one?
Remember to squeeze your lemon, David. Everybody likes the squeezed lemon.
I will say, I appreciate they were pre-done, but I need about 10 times the amount of cream cheese on this one. They did have little extra bits of cream cheese if you wanted them. I'm sorry, Ben, I'm going to have smelly breath because it's got onions on it today.
Well, and fish breath as well. Nobody wants a fish breathy person.
Well, I'm going to brush my teeth after again. Really nice, really delicious. You can make up your own as well if you wanted it freshly toasted, because that does taste like it has been sat there a little while, but it was grab and go. If you wanted a fresh one, they have all the different bits for you just to do it yourself. But really good, it's a pretty decent solid breakfast. Them mushrooms though, very delicious.
Guys, can you settle an age-old debate between me and David, please? Because David does this thing, right, where we're just about to go for breakfast and he brushes his teeth 2 minutes before we go. Am I the only one who brushes my teeth after breakfast? It just doesn't make any sense because it makes everything taste disgusting. It tastes minty and horrible. So I don't brush my teeth as soon as I get up. I go for breakfast as soon as I get up, then brush my teeth straight after.
Yeah, but
David does it before.
But what if I bump into somebody on the way down to breakfast?
Well, that's what mints are for, and chewing gum, that is your friend. But let us know in the comment section below, what do you do? Because I genuinely think doing it after the meal is much more sensible, but David does it always before, and I'm like, David, what are you doing? You're just going to ruin all the taste. Your coffee's going to taste like minty fresh coffee, and nobody wants that in the morning because this coffee isn't great in the first place. Wow. So I've went up and got my breakfast. Well, what can I say? I think my breakfast is starring Chris Pratt in the film I like to call Jurassic Pork.
Standing.
Because I've got pork 3 ways: pork sausages, pork bacon, and some pork ham. Porky. Let's have a try. I'm going to try this ham because this was the lovely carved ham. But it looks very good, guys. I just can't believe how calm it is in here. It's so lovely, like I said. Very, very good indeed. That's very tender and lovely. Let's try the sausage. You know how I like a sausage. Guys, it is like the battle of the sausages. Oh my God, I feel like the guy from Game of Thrones. I've stuck him on my knife. So I've got a pork sausage and a chicken sausage. Should we try which one is best? Let's have a try. Right, who's going to be best? Got to be pork for the win. But I'm not offended by the little chicken sausage there as well. Right, let's try this hash brown now. Oh, it seems crispy. It's in triangular form. Oh, that isn't bad at all. Crispy, potatoey, oniony, bacon and eggs good as well. A really solid breakfast. Now, something we've been noticing on our few days on board, the food is really, really good. We'll talk about that more later on, but it's been a lot better than we've seen recently on Royal Caribbean. Anyway, back to my pork. Oh, here he comes, guys. David, how much dessert have you got there? Is some of that for me?
No, you said you didn't want anything?
I did absolutely plumb and well not.
I asked you if you wanted some breakfast and you said you wanted muffin.
No, I said muffins, not nothing, muffin.
We are going to share this because the breakfast dessert game looks pretty good in here. We've got a bran muffin, which is my favourite, alongside them oatmeal cookies. Got Ben a little donut because I know he likes a donut. And then we have this cinnamon monstrosity. Now, we saw this when we walked around the buffet earlier to film, but I've just gone in and they've all gone. So I asked the gentleman behind the counter and he said, yes, they've gone, but I'll go and see if I can find one for you. And he did, and he came back with that one for us. So it better be good, because that poor guy had to go hunting for it.
Stop teasing us, David, and just bloody taste the thing, will you?
Oh, okay. Well, do you want to do the cinnamon? Because you're a cinnamon connoisseur.
No, I'll do the donut.
You
do the cinnamon tasty thing.
Well, I'm going to do my muffin first, because these are my favourite. Bran muffin. Sounds healthy, but I doubt it is, because it's so delicious. Soft, sticky, a little bit of a crunchy top with the oats on top. Oh, absolutely wonderful. Let's try this cinnamon thing. Now, it would have been nice if it was warmed, but I guess this isn't a Cinnabon, is it? It's a buffet. It is nice. It does taste like actually like a Cinnabon cinnamon thing. Really good. Very naughty, sticky, treacly, very sweet. Tastes like Christmas. It's really good. Should I just ask him to come put it in the microwave for a minute?
No, you can't do that, David. Can I just say, David, donut tease me when it comes to breakfast desserts, because you know how much I love them. Anyway, we've got a bit of a sugar donut. Now, this thing has some weight on it, guys. I don't know how fluffy and soft it's going to be in the middle. It's very, very heavy. Let's try.
Watch your tea.
Oh, God, no. It is really good, to be fair. Not as soft as I'd like, but not too bad. I want to try this with the cream frosting. Now, I'm not going to have much of it because I'm trying to watch my waistline still. But you've got to treat yourself on holiday. You really do. You can always be good when you go back home. Right, let's have a try.
Just have a nibble. Just nibble on the outside.
I agree, that would be a level 10 disaster of a dessert if it was warm, but it is very, very good. Mickey Mouse on crack. It tastes like Disney World. Very good indeed, yeah. Really good breakfast, guys. Not bad at all. Definitely recommend the Solarium Bistro if you're on this type of chip. So much better.
So we've came into the Pesky Parrot, and we've got a couple of shots this morning of coffee. I've got my large Starbucks. That's not Starbucks because it's from Cafe Promenade. And yeah, we came into the Pesky Parrot. This is our favourite bar. I just love the theming in here. It's a little bit more tame in the morning. It does get a little bit rowdier during the day, but it really does feel like a fun bar. And one thing that we've always moaned about or complained about on these ships is the lack of views, of ocean views, of windows. So they put some beautiful windows in for us, and it really looks like a gorgeous day out there today. I didn't know we could dock so close to the beach, Ben.
Yeah, it's really, really cool. I do like it. There's a parrot as well, guys, and he keeps saying some funny sayings and jokes throughout the day when you go in front of him, which is pretty cool as well. But yeah, it's really nice to see a brand new type of venue here on Royal Caribbean. I hope they put this on other ships. Lots of little details that I keep noticing as well, are all the dollar bills that are all around the roof and stuff, but it's a really vibrant, fun place. Like David said, we've got our coffee. Breakfast you can have just about everywhere on the ship. They've got some items in the Cafe Promenade where we got our coffee from, some nice pastries and muffins and things. You can go to the main dining room, the buffet, you can order room service. There are lots and lots of different places, which is really good. But yeah, I really do like this venue. It's super fun and super nice, and it really does match the ambience of the ship. And this coffee, so good. Shot of hazelnut, iced coffee, my favourite. Oh, the parrot's going again. Now it's the fun part. Let's start scoring the ship and give our brutal and honest review. Don't worry, there's still plenty more coming in the vlog, but we're going to start with the crew. We're going to score things out of 5, so a maximum of 5 stars. Out of 5 is really good. Obviously 1 star is bad. Like I said, let's start with the crew. Honestly, guys, there's something really different on this ship. The crew have genuinely been spectacular. Now, the crew are always very good, but on Royal Caribbean, but for some reason, everybody just seems so happy and sort of very fun and lovely and helpful and just really, really nice. And it's something I haven't seen in quite a while, since maybe before COVID times, because crew work so hard now all of the time, as you know. But on this ship, everybody's just been so lovely and just so upbeat, which is really nice to see. So we have to give them a 5 out of 5. It's a no-brainer for us. The service in the main dining room, our service every night, Jonalyn and Guao, have just been absolutely brilliant. We've had such fun conversations with them, genuinely interested in talking to us and being really good, and it's just been really fabulous. It's been a really nice time on board because of the crew, and we're very thrilled with it. But we always say they always seem to put the A team on brand new ships, so more experienced crew and crew who generally go above and beyond. So it's definitely something we've seen on this ship.
Guys, we're going to do some trivia, and you know how much we love our trivia, and this is the Friends trivia. Now, we have done this a few times before, but I still can't remember any of the answers, and somebody will probably get every single answer correctly, but it's still good fun, isn't it? So wish us luck.
Oh, guys, we came bloomin' second. We always seem to come second in the Friends quiz. We got 23 out of 20 bloody 4. We couldn't remember what Chandler Bing's job was, and it was like a statistical analyst or something and we got it wrong, which really sucks. I mean, there's no big prizes. All you get is a keyring or a little bit of fluff, but we do love the trivia on board, and it connects back to the crew again, how good the entertainment crew have been on this ship. We've complained about it in some of our recent videos where entertainment crew seem to be less qualified and things, but the team on board this ship are really funny. The cruise director's great as well. It's been really fabulous, it really has, and we've been loving all of our trivias. We've done quite a few during our cruise and we haven't won blooming anything yet, so we are absolutely useless. So we need to start studying for our next cruise, I think, David. Our next cruise is a blooming Disney cruise as well, so we need to start studying all of the Disney stuff. Let's go and talk about the entertainment on board, shall we?
So let's talk about the entertainment here on Utopia of the Seas. Now, I know we touched on it earlier, but the entertainment staff have been fantastic, really funny, some great shows. It definitely feels a lot more vibrant and upbeat. I wouldn't go so far as to say it's carnival, but it's sort of that end towards the cruise spectrum in terms of like a party cruise vibe. Now, the main shows, we saw the show that we've already talked about in the main theatre, the production show, that was great. And then there was also the ice skating show as well, which was fantastic. And we've got another show coming up, which we're really looking forward to. But overall, the shows tend to feel a lot more vibrant, younger. And when I say younger, I mean like for people in their 30s, 40s. All the music's very much like our generation, Ben and I's, when we used to go out clubbing on the tune, is everything that we used to listen to. So it does feel more like a younger crowd, a younger vibe, definitely a more party ship as well. And we've really enjoyed it. We haven't really missed the Broadway show production, and especially because it's such a short cruise anyway, we do feel like we've been busy, like on the go constantly. Overall, fantastic entertainment. It's exactly what Royal does right. It's their big strong point. We're going to give it a massive 5 out of 5 because it has been wonderful.
Honestly, one of our biggest tips would be on a short cruise like this is stay on board. So we've stayed on board during Nassau because it isn't our favourite port. There is stuff to do here, but it's not our favourite port, guys. And because it's such a big ship and we're so tight on time, we've stayed on board so we can enjoy all of the stuff, like all of the activities, all of the things that are available on the ship. It's a good day to do it because it is a lot quieter today. I've also spotted something that I really want. They've got the Utopia mugs. So if you didn't know, we collect the mugs from Starbucks. We're probably our mugs for giving Starbucks so much of our money, but it's just something that we collect, and they've got a Starbucks here on Utopia of the Seas. So we will definitely be making that purchase. Let's just have a look.
Oh, how much are they?
Oh, $16.95. That's not bad. $16.95. So that's about average what we normally pay for those mugs.
That's quite good.
Yeah, so I'm quite pleased with that. So we'll definitely be making a purchase to go and buy one of those. Anyway, David wants to do something in Boleros. I'm not going to get involved, but I will film him doing it. I'm far too British and embarrassed to do it myself.
Well, that was embarrassing. So I fancy doing a little bit of a line dancing class, you know, a little bit of yeehaw. But nobody else turned up. It was just me and the instructor. It was really awkward, so the class didn't happen. We waited for a little...
cancelled the class.
They waited a while for other people to come, and the instructor did say they could do it with just me, but I felt a little bit silly doing it by myself, so maybe next time. Maybe I'll try salsa or something a little bit later. Right, anyway, let's go and get some lunch instead. So for lunch, we thought we'd try the brand new food truck, which is next to the pool. It's called the Spare Tyre. It's like a grab-and-go station. I went for the Mediterranean veggie wrap. Now, both ends are open, so it's going to be a sloppy one, this. Let's go in for it. It's quite hefty and heavy. Not bad at all. Kind of just tastes like a big old salad in a wrap. A little bit soggy, but pretty delicious, fresh. Nice to just grab and go as well, so you can grab it and go and sit around the pool. Not bad.
Yeah, so we just grabbed a seat by the Lime and the Coconut, which is a big bar area of over 2 decks outside. Now, I was just saying that it is quieter today, but it's really not that quiet up here. It is busy. People soup, guys. I think a lot of people like us are not the biggest fans of Nassau, so don't bother getting off. But yeah, it is people soup. So very busy out here. It comes with the territory when you're sailing on a ship that holds almost 7,000 guests. I went for 2 things. Again, lovely to see brand new things on a cruise ship. A tornado, a whirlwind of flavour. I think it said it was like cheese and pepperoni, and it looks like some sort of deep fried snack, so I'm here for it. Well, hit me with a piñata and call me full of candy, because that really isn't too bad at all. It's almost like a deep fried pizza with cheese and pepperoni in it, but it's pretty damn good. Never heard of that. I don't know if it's a brand or not. Tornadoes, a whirlwind of flavour. Also treat myself to a chicken sandwich, a chipotle chicken sandwich. Not what I expected. I was expecting like deep fried chicken, but it looks like it's sort of minced chicken with lots of vegetables on there and a bit of a brioche bun as well. That is really good. It tastes like a chicken salad sandwich. Very fresh, lovely bun as well, very soft and supple, just how we like it. Very good indeed. For dessert, we got a raspberry cheesecake mini chimney. Don't know what a chimney is, guys. Sounds like chimney, but I don't think it is. I think it's the same thing as the tornado, but it's got sugar on it. I see what they did there. It's deep fried cheesecake. It's going to be good, right? Not bad at all for a quick snack. You've also got the buffet. You've got El Loco Fresh, which is the Mexican place. Room service. You've got quick service bites in Cafe Promenade. You can go get a slice of pizza from Sorrento's. Lots and lots on offer on the ship. Loads of food absolutely everywhere.
So lunch was good. It was a nice, good, solid lunch. And I think it's a good time to talk about the food. Now, overall, actually, the food on here has been very good. It's very standard on what you get on most of the Royal Caribbean ships. I think there's something for everybody. You've got the pizza, you've got the Cafe Promenade, the buffet. But while it's all kind of the same food that you are getting on all the other ships, the quality and the selection has just been so much better. Our dishes in the main dining room in particular, the menus, yeah, we don't love the menus, but what we've been getting has been really good. Like, it's been big portions, it's becoming hot, fresh tasting, really delicious. In the cafes, the selection looks really tasty and everything's just been overall really, really good. Now, on our last inaugural cruise was on Icon of the Seas, we said that the food tends to be a lot better on the newer cruise ships. We're not seeing lobster in the buffet like we saw on Icon of the Seas, but the food that is available has been really good. We've actually really enjoyed it. And so we're gonna give it a 4 out of 5 because what they've been offering has been really good. The selection's pretty standard, and that's why it's not quite getting that 5 out of 5. But what we've had has been really tasty and delicious. Pleasantly surprised. So who isn't this cruise ship for? Because not every ship is for every type of cruiser, and it's really important that you get the right one. This ship is very much a party ship. I know I touched on it earlier when I was talking about the entertainment, but it really is that sort of party vibe crowd. It's loud, it's exciting, it's colourful. If you've got families, there's lots of kids on here and they all seem to be having a really good time. Friends want to come have a good time, a little bit of a weekend vibe. If you're looking for something quieter, a little bit more relaxed, maybe a little bit more sophisticated, this is not the ship for you because it is a loud, brash ship. And like I mentioned earlier, maybe more towards carnival vibes, but not quite that crazy. It is a really good ship for families and people looking for a big fun time.
Well, should we talk about the ship now? So Oasis class ships, as you know, are not our favourite type of ships, basically because there's very little windows. So we're not going to let this skew our ship review because we already know this coming in. But what is Utopia of the Seas like as a ship? And did we have enough time to explore her in 4 days? Well, yes and yes. I actually think it's a really nice ship, guys. It's super vivid and fun. I really think the ship is a really good version of the Oasis class ships. In fact, the best. It's very similar to Wonder of the Seas, the other newer Oasis class ship, and I really, really like it. There is just so much on offer on the ship, and they seem to be just doing everything right on this particular cruise. We've had lots of cruises lately where there's not enough entertainment, or the entertainment staff aren't good, or stuff just isn't right on the ship, but everything feels like it's cohesive on the ship, and we've really enjoyed it. Now, was 4 days enough on the ship? I think it probably was. We fit everything in quite well. We only got off in Coco Cay once. We went there twice. We didn't really get off in Nassau, so we made the most of the ship whilst we could, and we got everything in there. Now, they do 4 and 3 day cruises on this ship, and you could easily do back to back and do a week if you wanted to, if you did need a little bit longer on it. But you do feel yourself rushing about and doing lots of steps, but it's been a really fun vacation, it really has. And the ship itself really is wonderful. There's so many places to eat, both complimentary and specialty dining, and you've got restaurants like the Utopia Railway, which we didn't get the chance to do because it was all sold out. So again, book everything in advance. I really recommend that. And things like the Mason Jar, which is just on one other ship, the Southern American restaurant. But yeah, I've really enjoyed it. I have to give it a 5 out of 5. I think as far as Royal Caribbean ships go, they're getting this one right. We love areas like the boardwalk, as well as the garden in the middle as well. It's just really fantastic. So overall, I would say we've had a really fantastic time. Now, when it comes to value for money, we paid about £1,700 for our cabin. That you'll see next week. We're not going to give away which one we booked. So it's about $2,300 or so. So it works out at around $500 per night. So it's certainly not the cheapest cruise. So value for money, it all depends on what you want. It's a great ship, but like I said, you could do a much longer cruise on one of the older ships, so bear that in mind. And value for money is such a contentious item, we can't say if it's good value for money or not, because that's up to you, what you put on value for food and entertainment. But we're going away feeling pretty good about this, guys. We're going away feeling like we got our money's worth. and we've had a great time. So that's it for this episode this week. Join us next week. We're going to still be on board the Utopia of the Seas, doing some of the new dining, trying the new drinks, and doing some of the fun activities on board the ship, so it certainly isn't over. So hit the subscribe button and the like button so it keeps you in the loop. A big thank you to our patrons as well. You too can become a patron. All of the information is in the description section below. In return, we give you extra episodes like the one we're going to make in Perfect Day at Coco Cay that nobody else gets to see, early access to our videos, ad-free access to our videos, a monthly video chat, and much more. So that's it till next time. Happy cruising!